Digitizing your CD collection. I know it sounds a bit niche, but don't worry. I think everyone will learn something or another from this. And I assume a lot of you have CDs, so this may be a really good webinar for you if this is applicable. So here's our table of contents. First, we'll learn about what digitizing CDs is, then the benefits of digitizing them, how to get started, internal versus external CD drives, copyrights and personal use, and finally, tips. So many people have collections of music through CDs, but it has become difficult to play them because newer devices don't include CD drives. By digitizing your CDs, you can enjoy your current collection of CDs on multiple devices without needing a disc. So the overall summary of this is just we used to use CDs a lot back in the day, 2000s, etc., even the 2010s. But now less and less devices are supporting CDs, and you don't see CDs that often because of streaming and everything like that. So digitizing could help a lot by basically converting that CD that you bought a long time ago into a permanent digital copy. What does it mean to digitize a CD? Digitize a CD means copying the music from a CD onto a computer as digital audio files. Once your music is digitized, you can listen to it without the CD, of course. Play your music on your smartphone or tablet from downloads. Store your collection on your computer and back up your music to an external drive or cloud storage. So all it is basically just you get the CD and you take the audio files off of the CD and download them to your device. And remember, digitizing your own CDs for personal use is generally permitted in many places, but sharing or selling the copied music may violate copyright laws. So do not try to distribute anything you digitize or any of your CDs to anyone. It is illegal in many places. Here are the benefits of going digital. First, protects your CDs from scratches or damages. I don't think I have to say that. I mean, you get your CD onto your computer or your phone, then only your phone's vulnerable, whatever you have in your local storage. The CD is not really needed to you anymore. Listen to your favorite songs without changing discs. Of course, that's a great benefit of streaming online. Creating playlists of your favorite artists and albums. Take your music with you while traveling. And finally, preserve older CDs that may become difficult to replace. So all you're doing is taking that CD, converting that into a digital file, and then, of course, enjoying it digitally with all the perks and downsides that come with streaming. Now, here's what you'll need to get started. First, you need a computer. Windows PC or Mac computer works. Of course, you need your music CDs. You should have a CD or DVD drive. In really old computers, I'm pretty sure my dad has like a really, really old computer. It has this like CD slot that you basically insert the CD into the computer itself. Most newer devices don't have that. I'm sure some like old iMacs do, but really you would want an external CD drive, especially if you're trying to transfer it to a newer device. Music ripping software, there's some Windows Media Player, also Apple Music. And finally, enough storage space on your computer or an external hard drive to hold all those music files. So here are the steps. I'm going to repeat them a bit carefully just because it may be a bit complex. First, you got to take your CD, insert it into the CD or DVD drive. Then open your music software. This can be Windows Media Player or Apple Music or a number of other softwares. Then you select the songs you want to copy or choose the entire album, track list, whatever you have on that CD. You can click a few different options. Usually it's called import CD, could also be called rip CD, to begin copying the music. It's going to take some time, especially if it's an older device, but you have to wait for the process to finish. Your music will be saved to your computer. And finally, you can organize your music into folders or playlists so it's easy to find later. So again, that's the steps. We can go over this later again in the discussion rooms if anyone has any questions. Now here's a tip. Start by digitizing one CD at a time. Once you're comfortable with the process, you can gradually work through the rest of your collection at your own pace. Now here is internal CD drive. This is built inside of the computer. It's common on older desktop computers or some older laptops. Again, like I was talking, my dad has one of those laptops that has this, and it can't be removed easily. I remember like my dad's old laptop. It's a really chunky laptop, but it has this button. You press that button, then the CD player sort of comes out. So that's how it may be built in. And many newer computers do not come with this built-in CD drive, but you can still digitize your CDs by using an external drive. Now, we talked about internal CD drives. This is the stuff that you're probably going to use personally. External CD drives, right? These connect to your computer with the USB cable, work with the most modern laptops and desktop computers, and portable and easy to unplug when not in use. So again, just taking the stuff that's in internal drives inside your computer and having that externally. This is going to be more applicable for more people today. Now, which should you use? If your computer doesn't have a CD drive, then you have no choice. You have to use the external USB CD or DVD drive. It's easy to set up. Just plug it into a USB port. Of course, go through permissions, let it access data. It works with most Windows PCs and Macs, can be used whenever you need it, and is stored away afterward, and is affordable and widely available. Here's another tip. Before purchasing your external drive, make sure it's compatible with your computer, Windows or Mac, and has the correct USB connection, USB-A or USB-C. Apple sometimes makes it annoying where, especially like modern MacBook Airs, for example, they only have the USB-C port. So you may need a small adapter. Usually they're pretty cheap if you need to buy one, but just try to make sure everything is compatible and works out before purchasing. Now, what is music ripping software? Music ripping software is a computer program that copies songs from music CDs and saves it as a digital audio file to your device. So here's some of the programs. We talked about Windows Media Player. There's also iTunes, which stores a bunch of music. Exact Audio Copy or EAC. There's VLC Media Players. I think that's Windows. And then Music B. And when choosing a program look for the following. Number one, should be easy to use, compatible with your computer. This is the biggest thing. Windows Media Player may not be compatible with a MacBook. You should be able to save audio in MP3 format, and it should be reliable and safe. Now, here's the law about copyright and personal use. As someone who makes music, I sort of know a bit about these laws. They're pretty important to follow. So know the rules before you copy. Digitizing your CDs is a good way to enjoy the music, but you must follow and respect copyright laws. You can digitize your own CDs that you legally own for your own personal use. Because you have ownership of that CD, you paid for it, the music is now yours. And you can listen to your digital music on your own tablet, computer, phone, etc. However, you cannot share copy music with friends or family. You cannot upload copied music to websites or file sharing services. And you can't sell or distribute digital copies of the music. Believe me, I've used like beats, not exactly related to this, but I make music on my own, so I have a lot of beats that I make and I use. Some of them have gotten copyright strike, even though I didn't like rip them off anybody. They are really strict, especially if it's like an online software that identifies. Like if I put music out on Spotify, right? If Spotify identifies it as someone else's song, even a part of it, then it's usually going to take it down. So again, copyright laws regarding music are really strict. Please make sure you adhere to these. And remember, buying the CD gives you the right to enjoy the music for personal use, but does not give you permission to copy or distribute to others. And do not distribute anything you digitize to anyone. I think we covered this already. Now, once your music is digitized, you no longer need to insert the CD every time you want to listen to the music. It should show up in your files, and you can organize it however way you like. Oh, I think this is a repeat slide. Let's see. Digitizing. Did we go over this? So this is like a final summary, sort of. Digitizing your CD lets you enjoy your music without using a physical disc. Importantly, you will need a computer, a CD drive, and music ripping software. And remember to respect copyright laws by using your personal copies for your personal use. So that's the end of our presentation. Thank you. If you'd like to learn this with the Cyber Seniors Mentor, please visit the website or call the number on screen to register for a one-on-one phone session. We also host weekly tech drop-in sessions from 2 to 3 p.m. on Thursdays. So that's it. Thank you.